The first words out of Linda Hargrave's mouth were like a slap. "You can't dig a pond here. The HOA won't allow it." She stood on my family's 150-year-old ranch, her heels sinking into the dirt, clipboard in hand, as if she owned the place. For a week, she'd been prowling the fence line, snapping photos, scribbling notes, and demanding I submit aesthetic renovation plans within 48 hours. When I explained this land was my grandfather's legacy, and the pond was part of an irrigation system from 1900, she scoffed. "That's ancient history," she said. "This land belongs to the community now." 3 days later, the entire HOA neighborhood went dark. No one knew why except Linda. Her smug face fell when she realized what I'd uncovered while digging. "My name's Ethan Caldwell, though folks call me Nate. I'm 35, a widower, and dad to my 8-year-old daughter, Lily, who's my whole world. 2 years ago, my wife, Claire, lost her fight with cancer, leaving just Lily and me in this old ranch house, passed down through 5 generations. I was an electrical engineer before retiring early to care for Claire. Now, I keep the ranch running and try to be both parents to Lily. Our 12-acre property sits like an island in the middle of Willow Creek Estates, a cookie-cutter suburb with flawless lawns and houses straight out of a magazine. 15 years ago, developers built around us, creating a bubble ruled by an HOA stricter than a prison warden. Every shrub, every fence color, has to meet their code. The pond idea came on a tough night a month back. Lily was sobbing, clutching the stuffed turtle Claire gave her, and whispered, "Daddy, I wish I could see where Mommy's swimming with the angels." Claire loved water, a college swimmer with a passion for nature. A pond felt right, a place for Lily to feel close to her mom. I planned it meticulously, 20 feet wide, 6 feet deep, with a waterfall and native plants, using the old irrigation ditch my grandfather dug. Lily was thrilled, dreaming up names for the fish. Then Linda stormed in like a hurricane in a pantsuit. It was a Saturday morning, and I was marking the pond's outline when I heard her heels on the gravel. A woman in her 50s, blonde hair in a tight bun, she marched across my land like a general. "What do you think you're doing?" she barked, her voice sharp enough to shatter glass. I explained the pond was for Lily and me, but her eyes narrowed. "I'm Linda Hargrave, president of the Willow Creek HOA. Any changes need approval from our architectural committee." I calmly noted my property predated her HOA by a century, and I'd cleared it with the county. Her face turned crimson. "The covenant demands aesthetic harmony," she snapped, snapping photos of my markings. "This pond could tank property values." I kept my cool, mentioning my family's history and the 1900 irrigation system. She laughed, a cold, cutting sound. "Mr. Caldwell, the past doesn't matter. You're part of our community now, and you'll follow our rules." The way she said "our community" made my skin crawl, as if my family's legacy was erased by her subdivision. Lily ran out in her pajamas, clutching her turtle. "Daddy, who's the mean lady?" she asked, hiding behind me. Linda's face softened for a split second before hardening. "I'm not mean, honey. I'm keeping our neighborhood beautiful." Lily, with a child's bluntness, said, "But this is our house. Mommy gardened here before she went to heaven. Daddy's making a pond to remember her." Something flickered in Linda's eyes. Guilt, maybe, but she doubled down. "Submit plans for review, or face $500 daily fines and legal action. You have 48 hours. As she turned to leave, her voice dropped to a whisper. "I know what you're digging for, Caldwell, and I won't let it happen." Her fear was palpable, and it wasn't about the pond. That night, I couldn't sleep. At 5 a.m., I grabbed a shovel. Lily was asleep, unaware her dad was about to unearth Linda's secret. I wasn't letting some HOA tyrant stop me from giving my daughter a piece of her mother. At 2.5 feet, my shovel hit metal-alive electrical cable, a main distribution line powering entire neighborhoods. My engineering brain kicked in. This was the feed for Willow Creek Estates, buried on my land. I called my neighbor, Tom Wheeler, a 78-year-old with a memory like a vault. He recalled a 1975 easement deal my granddad signed with the power company, set to expire in 2005. If it hadn't been renewed, the HOA was stealing electricity from my property for 20 years. I documented the cable, then got a text from an unknown number. "Stop digging or lose everything." Linda was watching. At the county clerk's office, I found the 1975 easement expired, no renewal. Willow Creek's 200 homes, worth $80 million combined, were powered by my land. Linda, a real estate lawyer, had to know. Her HOA, formed in 2019, was built on theft. By Monday, Linda's lawyers sent a cease and desist, citing utility infrastructure damage. I called my attorney, Mark Reynolds, who said we had a slam-dunk case. I photographed Willow Creek's electrical setup, calculating $12 million in stolen power over 20 years. Linda fought back, weaponizing social media. The HOA's Facebook group exploded with posts calling me a reckless rancher endangering families. Comments like, "He's risking our kids," and "Who digs up power lines for a pond," turned me into a villain. Lily came home crying. "Daddy, Sophie's mom says you're bad." "Are you?" I knelt, explaining. "Some people lie to hide their wrongs, sweetie. I'm protecting us." When Deputy Sarah Lynn called about complaints, I showed her the evidence. She was stunned. "They've been stealing for 20 years, and now they're framing you." Friday night, a social worker, Ms. Lopez, arrived with a sheriff and a county lawyer, claiming I was endangering Lily by digging near power lines. Linda was trying to take my daughter. That was the last straw. Sunday, I called the power company to disconnect the line. At 3:47 p.m., Lily held my phone for a Facebook live stream. I showed the expired easement and flipped the disconnect switch. Willow Creek went dark, AC units silenced, lights out. The stream hit 15,000 viewers fast. Linda's BMW screeched into my driveway. "Turn it back on," she screamed, trespassing. "You're endangering people." I kept filming. "You should have thought of that before threatening my daughter." Her mask slipped on camera. "I was protecting the community," she yelled, admitting her guilt. Deputy Lynn and a news crew arrived, broadcasting Linda's meltdown to thousands. Neighbors gathered, some with signs. "We support the pond." An old lady brought coffee, saying, "No wonder our bills were low." The county prosecutor called, launching a fraud investigation. Monday, Linda came alone, defeated, with a resignation letter. She confessed to forging easement renewals in 2019, fearing exposure would ruin her. She'd lost her son, Dylan, in a divorce by framing his dad, just as she tried with me. Tears fell as she apologized to Lily, who hugged her. "It's okay. Daddy says people mess up when they're hurt." Dylan, 16, joined us, reconciling with his mom. I restored power under a new easement, with Linda covering back payments. The HOA elected Tom as president, approving my pond. 3 months later, Lily and I sat by the finished pond, koi swimming in the sunlight. Dylan helped, finding peace. Linda sent postcards from therapy in Phoenix. Deputy Lynn said, "Justice needs courage, Nate." The pond wasn't just Claire's memorial, it was proof that truth can light up a community. Linda's control led to her downfall, but it sparked real change. Sometimes, standing up is the only way.